Welcome to Romans, God's Solution to Our Problem, a devotional series by Sumo Youth. Make sure you've got a pen and your copy of Romans with you, and if you haven't already, pause the video and pray that Jesus speaks to you through His Word today.
Hi all, it's day 11 and we're looking at Romans 5:12 to 21. And the questions are: 1. How have all people participated in Adam's one act? 2. How are all people affected by Adam's one act? 3. How can all people participate in Jesus' one act? And 4. How can all people be affected by Jesus' one act? Alright, let's answer the questions. Number 1. How have all people participated in Adam's one act? In verse 12, when Adam sinned, sin entered the world. It affects us all. In verse 19, through Adam's disobedience, we are made sinners. So how are all people affected by Adam's one act? In verse 12, we are all seen as sinners. We all die a physical death. In verse 16, we all face judgment and condemnation. In other words, we're in a hopeless situation. Question 3. How can all people participate in Jesus' one act? In verse 15 it says, accept the gift of grace that came through Jesus' one act of obedience to his Father. Question 4. How can all people be affected by Jesus' one act? Jesus brings us justification, which means God sees us as sinless. I always like to remember justification as just as if I've never sinned. So in verse 18, because of that justification we have through Jesus' one act, we now have life. So one act, Adam, death and separation from God. One act, Jesus. If we accept what Jesus has done on our behalf, we have life, and life to the fullest.